Welcome to JoKAKAKA. I'm Jim.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're talking about JoJolion, everyone's favorite current running JoJo part.
Back from hiatus.
Yeah, I love it.
Chapter 73, I believe?
Yes, we're talking about Poor Tom and Ozone Baby Part 2 today.
Yes.
So,
long awaited, but kind of a short chapter.
Yeah, it's very focused. I really like how it kind of just like hits the ground running. There's a little brief recap. And also, I should say, it was told from Jobin's perspective.
Yeah.
Which is neat. I like when the JoJo shifts perspectives.
Yeah, I guess our hiatus, you kind of have to kind of do a refresher, I guess, after a month, especially with this one going with the whole mystery.
Yeah.
Then you kind of have to after a break like that.
And with art as beautiful as this, how can you?
He took his time to really draw it.
I love the little
It is very beautiful. I love the tree. The trees have always looked good in this part, especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anytime they show the orchard, it's always a treat.
This part loves close-ups too, with the eye,
Yeah, there's a lot of
eye shadowing.
Eyeshadow.
Eye lining or whatever. You know, that line under the eye.
Yeah, it's very detailed. A lot of line art.
Yeah. So
if you recall last time, I don't recall the entire chapter, but the main ending, the big part was that Jobin had planted the Lego stand.
Ozone
Baby. For Poor Tom, and him and his child Tsurugi are kind of hanging out, and then the dog,
JoJo fashion.
Yeah, just and then a dog, their family dog or whatever that Tsurugi loves, runs out of the door that the small cabinet they're in, or small cat. They're in a little.
They're in a shed.
Yeah, it's a little shed rather. So it runs out of the shed, and then it starts exploding and coughing up blood, and its tail swells up. Really gross.
While stuff inside the sheds, like the gas cans are kind of bending inwards.
Yeah, they start compressing.
Yeah, between that, it was mainly that stuff was starting to happen, and then Gappy and the plant appraiser get into the house under a hatch, and realize we can't really go out here until we know it's safe, which is probably not.
They did put the little the triangle pooped.
The pug.
Yeah, the little bug thing. The pugs, yeah.
No, the animal wasn't dead yet.
They threw the triangle poop monster thingies so that the plant is ready.
The plot bug.
Yeah, pretty much things are all converging. They didn't really show any time. They've had a timer before. They're saying
I wish I had
the plant.
Yeah, I wish I had a 24 timer. That'd be great. But
so basically what happens. Now, because the dog's exploding, Tsurugi runs out to meet the dog.
Yeah, they gotta get him because, oh no, doggy.
Yeah, they love their dog, and since Tsurugi starts coughing blood and exploding, blood is coming out of every orifice.
Yeah, as what happened. And Jobin realized, oh shit, this is he expects to kill everyone here, including me, just so he can come in afterwards and grab the fruit. Yeah,
pretty much. That's where he gets to at the end. It's a lot of the first part is Jobin slow, the second that he goes through the door, he starts the door of the shed into the main garage, he starts showing the symptoms, the blood and everything.
Before that though, he also what's called Tsurugi, I think it's Tsurugi, right?
Tsurugi's the kid, yeah.
He Dad, are you doing bad stuff, or
well, that's at the very end. Well,
at the very end, because I couldn't sure that was before he coughed up blood or after he's trying to
in this chapter, he at the very end.
Okay,
we'll get to that.
Jim just read it. I just came from work, so it kind of just
also, another thing that kind of bookends the chapter is Jobin's resolve, and how he's he wants to protect his family, and how he's saying his family, him and his father have different ideas.
He's doing this for him and his family's future. He wants to preserve it.
He sees his grandfather. He sees his father as weak, and he even says something later on the strong survive, the weak fade away, which is pretty bold. It really strengthens his character.
Yeah, and we also got. It's great. Jobin just seems he's on his own side, which is more so going for me the whole multiple faction warfare kind of going on, instead of just good guy side versus bad guy side.
Yeah, it's really interesting because we haven't really seen that in a while. I mean, I guess Steel Ball Run kind of has that where there's
but they're more party where you have Gappy and his crew, and then you have Jobin and probably his mom, and who else, and
maybe the family.
Who knows?
That's the thing too. We don't know which side the family will fall on.
Which I think at least Daya definitely probably was Gappy, since she had the hard on for him.
Maybe but I mean,
would probably be for his brother.
Yeah, we
that
think
whole
that
thing filled up. The dad, who knows? people, like, if he survives, who knows what's gonna happen with this part.
The family politics of the Higashikatas are very interesting because they all seem to hate the mom except Jobin. But, like, the mom also could easily come back as, like, a head of household figure.
Does Joshu still technically hate her when he wants to, even though he wants to suck her nipple?
Yeah, remember Joshu, like, pulled a prank on her.
He wants to suck her nipple, too.
Well, yeah, he said that was, like, a taunt. So, Joshu does not respect his mother whatsoever.
I don't know if Joshu's ever serious or a taunt, especially with, like, his weirdness.
Well, he pulled a joke on like, he made her, like, fall down by using whatever.
He tried to, but then, like, she also, like, fucking, like, hit him in the face with a chair.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think Joshu is kind of unimportant, but ultimately a wild card.
Alright, so let's continue though.
So yeah, I feel like ultimately the family is going to be really interesting. Like, seeing where all these, like, tertiary characters like Carrera, what's her name? Nijimura. She's essentially Jotaro of this part.
She'd probably be with Gappy because they're on the help Holly side.
Mm-hmm. And she seems to kind of be working, like, against the family almost. Like,
but I'm still thinking that's, like, what's it called? His son will somehow convince him to help Gappy instead of, like, trying to help.
Wait, whose son?
What's it called? Jobin's son.
Oh, Tsurugi.
Yeah, Tsurugi. I'm pretty sure he's gonna, like, he's gonna be the voice reading to him and maybe to help him out.
Because yeah, he already likes
Gappy.
Yeah, they have a good connection.
All right. Oh, but so Tsurugi runs out. But then Jobin comes out to him, and he realizes, oh no, this is pressure. Like, this is pressure related. Like,
yeah, he figures it out himself that it's the whole, it's like air pressure.
Everyone's prediction was basically right.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then he like. Also one other important thing to note: we see the dog limp off and go into a doghouse. So I think we're gonna see the dog come back. Okay, the dog's not.
Yeah,
dead.
well, that's what I'm saying. Getting in because they said the shed was like a safe spot or a safer spot.
When you close a door, the air becomes pressurized. That's the rule that this stand follows.
Yeah, so unless it had a doggy door at the entrance for the doghouse.
Yeah, there is a doggy door.
Okay,
but it's also like not a fucking airtight seal.
Yeah, I don't know, and in this world it is. But yeah, you gotta get Tsurugi.
And really, really cool scene. He's like crawling towards his dying son.
Yeah, he falls like neck first.
Yeah, I love how
JoJo always falls in neck first. Like, when people, like, anyone falls down,
their strongest muscle.
How they collapse, they always go neck first.
One thing I do like about Jobin, like, struggling is, like, it looks like he's in utter pain. Like, he's like thrashing on the ground trying to get over to his kid.
But he's utter pain, but he still cares for his son. Like, he wouldn't be doing this if he didn't care. So you understand, like, he wants to do to protect his family, or at least his son, because we still don't know anything about his wife.
Yeah, and probably never will.
Probably never will.
At this point, if she's not a character, then
she's probably forgotten. Unless she's a stand, like, oh yeah, she's part of my team. Like, but yeah, so this is where we get, like, example of Speed King, because he makes it to, like, the car.
Yeah, so this is the cool part.
This is, like, the funniest, like, ridiculous part too, though. Like,
as much as I want Speed King to be more, I feel like Speed King might just be fire.
Ignite.
Like, yeah, he always says Ignite Speed King.
But he also has his own aura too.
He does, yeah. Which we'll get to.
It's more of a wannabe than it is an aura. But you also but you get the image of, like, Speed King driving a car, which is hilarious.
I love Speed King's face. It is utter terror at all times. He just has his mouth open, and his eyes are like, because his eyes look weird, they look like they're just gaping like horror.
Like him driving the car, like, I told you the story, but it really reminds me of the time of the kid I saw Ronald McDonald, like, in, like, the passenger seat of a car, and it's, like, horrifying because Ronald McDonald's not the most pleasant sight.
That's hilarious.
It looks like that. Like, you do not want to turn your head and see that, especially if you can see stands and, like, your mom's like, "What the fuck are you seeing?"
I love when we see stands driving cars. This isn't the first time, if I recall correctly. Which we've seen, I think, maybe I'm thinking of the JoJo OVA from the 90s. I'm pretty sure.
Part 3.
There's a part where Stan drives a car.
The stand is the car.
Well, no, that's true. But there's like the confrontation with Dio. Pretty sure there's a part where, like, not Hermit Purple. No, what's the green one? Hierophant Green.
Yeah.
Like, is driving a wheel for. I don't know. Maybe it was just an OVA. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, people.
Crazy Diamond technically beats up a motorcycle and, like,
yeah, I was thinking that one too.
Repairs it.
So I'm guessing that he hotwires it. I'm guessing that's the reason.
I guess he, like, somehow, you say ignites. I guess I could maybe, like, ignited the car.
Because that's the thing.
I'm not sure how that works.
I really thought about this. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what could his power be that he started this? I think it's supposed to be him hotwiring it.
Hotwire just I'm not sure if it's heat or it's gonna be like a spark he can make, like electric or just heat. I'm not exactly sure which one it is yet, but like
we don't really know. We later on see it seems like it's just heat.
If it's like electricity, I can probably understand like giving the car a shock and like somehow jumping it back that way. Or like I'm not sure if it like speaking of have like a thing to add like use as ignition, like his fingers like a weird shit. Because I seen Starfinger could probably do that. So
Starfinger ignites car.
Yeah, I see some bullshit like that.
I love that idea.
But
all we really see is
he just has ignite.
We see him grip. He grips like the chassis under the wheel. Then we see Speed King like put it into reverse.
Yeah.
And then the car slams backwards and launches him and Tsurugi. Launches Jobin and Tsurugi
back into the shed.
Perfectly in the shed. Yeah, and then he closes the door, and then all the things become repressurized, I guess.
Yeah.
So like all the bottles start popping up together.
And Steve was out there for a while. You realize, it kind of reminds me of like he basically gets like the Benz kind of thing where he's like deep in like
exactly
in like the deep pressure. So he makes like a makeshift like depressurizer, I guess.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing ever. Actually, like this is like these little moments are like why I love characters. Like he totally MacGyver's an oxygen filtration system. I guess
like Bleach and like
he said
a face mask.
Rocky wrote the chemical formula.
Did he?
Let me show you.
I know that he like I use bleach, I use this and this.
Yeah, he looks for sodium. What is it? Sodium chlorate.
He says
sodium chlorate. Yeah, sodium...
not chlorate chloride. That's salt.
Yeah, I know. When I first read that
from Jimmy Neutron.
When I first read that, I was like, "Wait, that's weird." No, he gets sodium chlorate, and then he says bleach. Oh yeah, so he does this cool thing where he like fashions a tube into. I'm guessing
it's bleach. That's
bleach.
Water. Or that water bottle, I think. Because the bleach is, I think that is.
Okay, yeah, that's the bleach.
It looks like a bleach bottle.
And that probably is the water. So yeah, and then he uses Speed King to ignite and create a chemical reaction. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't know how stands work. Yeah, see, look right here. It's sodium chloride.
He did for the
NaCl3 plus heat.
That's actually great.
Yields oxygen.
I hate chemistry.
Yeah, this little bit gives me such an insight in Jobin. Jobin is like really book smart, apparently.
It's also like an old fashioned JoJo trope of like an ass pull that only like a fact that like that no one else would possibly know unless they're a major in chemistry, even though he's like a fruit appraiser.
This is like a Giorno level ass pull. Like, let's be real. Like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like the whole like I make anti-venom out of.
It really is. But it apparently works wonders because Tsurugi's up on his feet within seconds.
Yeah, even though
oxygen.
from what I know about like the vent and stuff like that, like you have to be there for like hours.
Sometimes days you need.
And if you like for 1 second like leave or the room is like repressurized, you would fucking explode. It's like horrifying.
Yeah, I should have looked up decompression sickness before this podcast. I didn't have time.
It's fucking scary.
I know that it's like it is life threatening in a very severe way. That's why I was thinking, like, this is probably one of the most powerful stands because, like, if you are a victim of it, like, you have almost no way of reaching it, and you're just screwed, and you can't fight back. You have to use, like, ass pulls.
It kind of reminds me of, like, Green Day, where, like, you have to reach it. You have to reach a certain point to get it, and then you have to reach to the, Jobin will say, like, I have to reach the Ozone Baby stand to actually, like, stop this thing, and I don't know how. I gotta use, like, Gabby and... For my own use to save my family. Like, I'm not working with him. I just need to use him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as you said, like they're kind of trapped in the room. So he resealed the door, but then Ozone Baby comes back in and starts repressurizing the room.
And then he tried to do the so what's his wanna be like? It's like Speed or Speed.
Speed. Yeah, it's Speeyy.
Speed.
Speed and
not nearly as good as Wanna Be.
I'm trying to find it here.
Not nearly as good as Wanna Be.
Nothing ever will be. Yeah, he actually does that early before he pressurizes
What is Bruno's again? Wasn't
I think he says like Arrivederci, which is like Ari.
Yeah. Hey, that one.
Arrivederci.
Yeah, thank you.
It sounds very much like the Oro. Yeah, so he tries to beat him up, but Ozone Baby is kind of like a ghost.
It's kind of like a fog, a hallucination kind of thing. Yeah. Kind of like how Enyo's in part 3 was, where like you can't really hit the stand because it's like a fog. So like.
I guess this is just like a projection of the stand, and the real stand is just like the Lego house.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Then pretty much, as you said.
He has a heart-to-heart with his son. Like, do you do bad things? Like.
Yeah, that was really good. That was a really good exchange because I wrote my notes.
You don't really get like much like. talk between the kid and his dad in this part
So one of the things I really liked about Jobin and what he said is Tsurugi's like, are you bad, Dad? Are you doing bad things? He's like, the only bad thing is defeat. So he's like so focused on his goals that he is like, sorry, let's read that. He's so focused on his goals that he sees like not doing anything as weakness and like taking action, and then we see him say like, I'm going to find Josuke and use him to like save my family. So he doesn't consider Josuke like an ally at all. He's just a tool for him to use, which is pretty cool. And it's, I don't know, I like it gives a lot of potential to his character, which I enjoy.
Yeah, his character has gone up so much because it's a small chapter, which I'm glad they did, because he was a character needing it for someone they've been teasing or building up, I guess, towards.
Yeah, and like looking back on it, I was thinking when I was reading this, I was like they could, it would have been really hard for them to just make Jobin a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because like we haven't really seen him do anything like deplorable. We've seen him be really like shady.
Yeah.
And like, but he's just kind of like a weird eccentric. Like he loves his bugs.
Like his family, they're all weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't make them like evil or bad. It's just like
they're strange people.
Yeah.
They're some of them are both they're good. They're good at heart, but like except for Joshu.
Joshu, yeah, the jury's out.
Joshu's is unredeemable. Where you get the dad who's kind of a goofball, but also like serious.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about like Norisuke, the father, and Jobin, and their differences in philosophy.
I'm thinking of at least have like one more like encounter. I'm thinking if like this stand reaches like the family, or next chapter like the family getting attacked by it. And like I don't know, they have to somehow like meet up or whatever. Like I'm thinking like I'm not sure if he just Jobin like against it or like or all these or that like the family, Jobin, and then Gappy like all trying to like find a way to beat this thing. Which I'm still kind of thinking it would be like a weird way where like they'll go through the underground like Gappy and the Planet Fraser to get the ozone somehow, or somehow he'll get a message to them.
The last important thing that actually did happen in the chapter before we start just speculating is we see Gappy and the Planet Praiser, like briefly, we see them briefly, and Gappy starts to get the symptoms of the decompression sickness.
Yeah, and Planet Praiser's bleeding from the nose, too.
Yeah, and then the Planet Praiser says, Josuke, open that hatch. So, if he opens the hatch, it's safe to assume that they're going to be, like, totally suffering next chapter.
Yeah.
So...
Unless the bubbles can, like, take away the pressure.
Oh, I didn't think... I forgot. It's been so long, I actually forgot about Gappy's stand and how obscene it is.
Because, I mean, the last major time he used to stand, he uses, like, his bubble as a shield and stuff like that, and they explode it. Or...
yeah, I wonder if he can, like... Yeah, that'll be cool to see.
Or make a giant bubble.
That'll be really cool to see what Josuke does.
Like, I'm thinking this. Finally bring back, like, take away the quality kind of thing, which we haven't really got, like... too much of, other than like they got CQC and using it as like a physical kind of attack kind of thing. So I'm hoping he'll like, use it to take away the pressure, or, like somehow like, or they'll use the Planet Praiser to like kind of dig for it. Or they don't know about it yet, so I don't think they'll know unless they meet up with Jobin and just say like, oh yeah, we gotta find this White House Lego and like. So we'll see.
So sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. There's another thing too. So we really see like Jobin like confirm his like whole like identity here, where he's like saying, okay, I'm gonna save the family, I want to take control of the business, I want to pretty much like control everything. He says he wants to kill poor Tom. He's like, I'm gonna kill poor Tom for this, and I'm going to take all the Rokaka and keep them for myself, because he wants to heal his own family.
He wants to end this curse on his family, like the stone curse. And
he sees that as the Rokaka, like being the sole owner of the Rokaka. But then it's like, so is he going to be resistant to letting Holly have some? Which I assume Josuke wants Holly to have.
I'm thinking when the faction warfare does happen, that's when they'll come to blows of like they'll fight over it, or like the one.
That would be a cool final act if like, so we get past this fight, and then so we have the Rokaka in someone's hands, and then like everything kind of hits the fan, like everyone's kind of like fighting for it, like a big brawl situation.
I think it'd be like part 7 where they go after, the main villain, or it could be like the main, whoever the leader Rockman is, and then they're gonna both beat him, and then at the end it's gonna be like, oh, it's actually gonna be like Diego and Johnny were at the final confrontation. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be Jobin and Gappy. Like, they do like one for fighting for Holly, one fight.
That would be really cool.
And I don't think like he'll kill Jobin. He'll beat him, take it for himself.
Uh-huh.
So because he doesn't want to kill. He's doing it for a good reason. He wants to do it for his family.
And yeah, he wouldn't need to kill Josuke.
And it'd be interesting to have like, oh, this is actually like a final battle between. They're not gonna kill each other. They just want to like they're fighting for someone they love. Or,
yeah, war of ideology.
Yeah. Which is, I think, would be awesome for a change. Like,
yeah.
They can either kill their big bad, whoever that's gonna be, which we have no like allusion to at all.
And it seems like Jobin isn't working for the mom. I keep forgetting her name.
Yeah.
This whole chapter seemed to kind of like dispel his allegiance to her at all.
Yeah, cause she's like more so overprotective to him, more so, and he's like kind of unaware of that.
Yeah.
Now.
And she might have her whole plans and like whatever.
Who knows? She's still a mystery, and like a lot of the girls are mysteries in this fucking part. I
don't know if that's a symptom of like being underwritten or if Araki actually has better plans for them.
Who knows, man? Because we still have the whole like the Kira squad with Kira, Jofume, and then the other
Carrera.
And Carrera, yeah. Like we don't know anything about her, and she's like the only person that hadn't like fit into like we have the whole Kira and Jofume stuff, but she's still kind of like the wild card of that too. Yeah,
there's so many like moving parts that are just have been stationary for like the entire part of JoJo.
It's a lot of speculation, but I'm thinking like it's gonna be faction warfare, but like
it's a shame,
like a shootout.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I only see like two major factions though. Like I don't really see
two major factions. I said the Rockmen are gonna be the minor.
Oh, the Rockmen.
The Rockmen are gonna be or like the other minor. I think they're minor compared to like Jobin faction, but I don't know, man.
The problem with the Rockmen is like I hate how they're introduced like. They're introduced and they die, and they're introduced and they die. It's where we don't get to see like.
There's one group of Rockmen, and they all got taken out through Damo. Because we thought, okay, he's like the main one, but no, he got killed.
But I would just like to see like future antagonists. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if there was someone with Ozone Baby or Portom, like. Because it's like I never know where the end is. Like I don't know who the antagonist is.
And you think about Dio was always the main villain of 3. Kira was introduced, but he had a whole like build up. They had an encounter with him, then they had like a super encounter at the end.
And Kira has his own like story along with like he gets his own like plot for himself.
The boss was always alluded to, and you probably figured that he was going to be the villain, and like then you get a whole build up towards him too. We got a whole chapter with like Doppio and everything. With Metallica, and then like, part 6, Pucci.
Pucci was there from like the start.
And you got a whole flashback thing with his like family and everything, and like you got stuff built up.
Which is pretty good.
And then Funny and Diego were always like the two main.
Funny was in early, but it wasn't until like way later that he like. But you could tell immediately. All right, this guy's important, and he's probably not a good guy.
No,
I was kind of spoiled that Funny was an antagonist.
And Diego was always like. They're gonna be like a hindrance, but like this one we have no like Damo could be the main villain, but no, he's killed.
That's the
mom could be the main villain, but she's not like doing much with her. Jobin could be the main villain, but now we're just getting his build up, but he doesn't seem to be like the villain qualities of just like typical JoJo nature, like wanting to take over or just getting some kind of godly power kind of thing. Yeah,
I think you hit the nail on the head with that. It's just a matter of like waiting and seeing, but like we're at chapter 73, like. How much more waiting?
I know.
Can we do? How long is part 8 going to be? Is it going to be fucking 200 chapters? Like,
fuck if I know. You think we'll be done by the end of the year?
Oh, by the end of this year? Probably not.
Not even that?
Maybe 2020. Early 2020 is my prediction. You heard it here.
No.
Early 2020. Part 8's ending.
But part 8 end first or part 5 begin animated?
Definitely part 8 ending.
Sure.
Part 5 is never gonna happen, guys.
Alright, so that's a lot of speculation and like talk about that. So I guess all around good chapter though.
Oh, I liked it. I as I said, I was really happy to see Jobin get development.
Yeah,
it felt long overdue.
For a short chapter, I thought it was very good as well. Like usually you can do a lot of good character moments. So
I'm a sucker for like people just exploding. Like I love in JoJo when people's eyes start like exploding. That's always fun.
Or just engulfing blood, just shoots out.
Yeah, I'm reading the second time too. I spent a lot more time because when I've read it the first time, I feel like I'm rushing through because I'm like dying to know what's happening.
I thought I rushed through that, like, oh, the short chapter.
Yeah, but the second read it was good because I slowed down. I really looked at all the art and the panels, and that's one of my problems with reading manga. It's like I tend to like blow through it.
You're like, oh, let me read through this. See what beautiful art piece I can make the thumbnail of this part of this video.
Yeah, that's just a plus. I just get to marinate over that artwork.
Yeah. So I guess. part 1. We get Poor Tom part 3. Anything you think
Probably
would happen in
Poor
that
Tom part
chapter? Like, you think it's going to continue with Jobin?
Yeah, I think it's...
I think it's either going to go to the Hichikata family or it's going to go back to Gappy and then...
I'm not an expert. I mean, I've read all of JoJo, but I'm not an expert. Like, I don't like follow. Okay, like, here's a stand battle. Like, are there like, all right? So part 1, introduction. Part 2, learn the powers. Part 3, defeat. It's not always that way, but we already know his power. We don't know weakness yet, so I think maybe we'll learn a weakness next chapter, and then we'll. We kind of do know the weakness actually.
Like,
it's the Lego stand. It's the Lego house.
Getting the stand itself and going and sealing yourself up from like a pressurized room with like as long as you're not outside in like the open air, you like that.
But he can. But the stand can still like stand's like tracking them though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Nowhere's safe forever.
Yes, they have a time limit. I'm thinking like Gappy's like bubbles are like a way to like counteract that maybe.
Probably. I mean, they counteract everything else.
So yeah.
All right. I don't want this to drag on too long because it's a short chapter.
Any other predictions or anything for you?
I just wrote. Will they team up with Jobin? Will Jobin die? I have a feeling.
Jobin's not dead.
I feel like Jobin, not in this chapter or the next. I feel like Jobin ultimately will die. That's my out there prediction of the week.
I really want like the confrontation between Gappy and Jobin just to come and like him beating him but not killing him because he knows he like, doesn't want to kill his friend's dad.
That would be really good. I think that would be really like satisfying. And like I wanted to say this earlier but I forgot. Like having part 7, you have like admittedly a smaller cast of characters, but they all had like their like good time. Like Lucy has so many chapters just devoted to like her doing important things.
And it's like the highest tension stuff when she's like in disguise too.
Yeah,
like,
and she's not even like a stand user.
Yeah.
And
well,
for like 90% of SBR, but like it's awesome that she like her and like Mountain Tim is short lived, but he still has like good moments. And then like Diego and like Hot Pants, like these are all characters that because like Araki was able to, along with his main story, have these really good like side moments. Yeah. Well, I think that's what's lacking in part.
Building up Sandman a lot too, don't we? Really kind of good. Yeah. Like in the whole beginning of
Sandman is the first character. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like really confused.
I think he did that to like troll JoJo fans because that's before it was announced as a JoJo part. Weird. And no one would have expected that. To be a JoJo.
But yeah, well, I don't know. Hopefully we shall see.
All right, yeah, I'm going to end it here.
All right, so I guess where can they find us then, Jim?
This is our one of our YouTube only podcasts because I just like to keep our other podcast, the Nyancast, as our kind of main one. Mm-hmm. So you find that one on YouTube and iTunes under the Nyancast. Follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter's recently become a little more active.
All right, cool.
I'm posting more stuff there. I tend to retweet a lot of the Catgirl bots that I follow.
Catgirl bots.
So if you like seeing random Catgirls that I like. And keeping up to date with all our stuff, check that out.
Okay.
No Facebook or Instagram yet. I might do that. I don't know if I care enough to.
Just to see.
Alright. So I've been Jim.
I'm Sam.
And this has been JoKaKaKa. Check us out. Check out other stuff.
We'll see you next month whenever that chapter comes out, because who knows? Bye-bye.
Bye.